I don't think you should be single. In fact, I think you should date somebody that spoils you, somebody that shows you how much they love you, and makes you comfortable with codependency. Even biologically, you were wired to want a partner to make you feel secure and healed in times of distress. And it was literally a basic need for survival back in the day. So first of all, just know there's nothing wrong in wishing you had somebody. Having said that, with the wrong partner, you can literally get sick. Your blood pressure fluctuates, you get anxious, and the list goes on. Which is why in this video, I'm not going to tell you why you need to be single or how love is something that you'll have to earn, and first you need to heal completely to earn it. However, if you're not self-aware and healed to a point, you will sabotage your relationships or trauma dump on your partner or lose your own sense of self and your self-worth. So in this video, I will tell you how to be happy on your own when your brain craves intimacy and it craves dependency, because somebody who knows how to be happy on their own will not lose themselves when there's somebody else in their life. So with that out of the way, let's get right into it. Hello and welcome back to my channel. First of all, it is important to understand, like I said in the beginning, that your need for a partner is completely valid and is completely normal. And so is your need to be single. But whatever you choose, it is important to know where that need is coming from. Do you want a relationship because you feel like everybody is in one, or you just cannot be alone with yourself? Or is it because you feel like you're running out of time? Similarly, do you want to stay single because you want to stand out? Or maybe you're afraid of commitment, or you are afraid of being vulnerable or opening up to others. Knowing your why will help you tons in the long run. You need to know that your decision isn't coming from a place of self-sabotage or limiting beliefs, because your emotions often have the tendency to move you like this and make you think that the grass is always greener on the other side. So knowing your why will help you sustain your decision in those times. To know your reasons, I want you to answer these shadow work questions. I will add them at the end of this video and you can take a screenshot and answer them. Now that you know what you want, it's still important to know that life will keep testing you. You will find cute guys that give you attention, exes that try to crawl back into your life, or random flashbacks of unrequited love. For this reason, you need to be so strong on your why that only your absolute dream guy can sway you from your single queen era. So to make sure that you don't just fall for the hit of a compliment from a popular guy, I want you to make a list of your dream partner. This list will include his physical aspects, so his looks, his height, maybe the color of his eyes, his financial aspects, because trust me, you do not become a gold digger by wanting a guy that's financially independent. His financial instability can very easily get him into a survival mode and end up making you feel like a burden, or he can get an inferiority complex and start seeing you as a threat or competition to his masculinity, or worst of all, can get into his feminine energy, expecting you to pay all the bills while he sits there waiting for you like a princess. Next, we have the emotional and spiritual aspects. Does his religious beliefs, his political beliefs align with yours? What is acceptable to you and what absolutely is a deal breaker? How do you want him to be emotionally? Because trust me girl, you cannot fix him. I've tried. And it is just not worth the time or the effort. Having said that, we all do come with some sort of emotional baggage, but it is you who has to decide what is your threshold. What can and can't you tolerate in terms of this baggage? Because a lot of times the limiting beliefs of your partners can bleed into the relationship and bleed into your life, and being the lovely person that you are, you want to fix him and you start giving all your energy to him, or you start dimming your own light just to make him feel comfortable. And that is so unfair to you. I know you might feel like keeping all these boundaries makes you a shallow person, maybe a bad person, and yes, people will have their opinions on that. But compromising on these things because you don't want others to judge you or you don't want to seem shallow can literally be the reason you end up in a very toxic relationship or you end up breaking up. Because red means stop. And a lot of times, because you're compromising, you can end up feeling like,
how did this guy leave me? He was the one who wanted me in the first place.
But the thing is that he realized when he didn't want you anymore, but you compromised because you thought that leaving him would make you seem shallow to all these random people. So make sure when you write this list, you allow yourself to be as detailed as possible. You want this person to be with you for the rest of your life, which means this person is gonna be the person you surround yourself with most of the time, which means that this person will impact your growth, your confidence, the decisions you make in your life. So you need to be choosy here. Every time you start developing a little crush on somebody, go through this list. And if even one thing is missing, remind yourself that you spend ages picking clothes. How can you rush into choosing a person that's gonna be with you for the rest of your life? Next up is the fun stuff. So now that we know that we're not falling for just anybody, it can still get lonely. So here's some ways to make your singlehood era fun, because you don't know how long it will last. First is solo dating, but there's a twist. You won't just go get coffee. You you are going to raise yourself up in these dates. Everything that you'd want from your partner, everything that makes you wish that you had a date, you're gonna do it for yourself. Whether it is getting yourself flowers, whether it is dressing up nice, whether it is making early reservations for yourself just to make it seem like a fancy thing, anything that you'd ever want for your partner, the place, the activity, the treatment, aesthetics, you give it to yourself first. This is not only extremely fulfilling, but you also feel so content with your own company that your future partner will have no option but to give you even better treatment than you already give yourself, because now you've set this treatment as your bare minimum. Otherwise, nothing will impress you. What do you mean you can't even get me a flower? I get myself bouquets of roses every single week. You need to add to my pre-existing standards, not lower them, because otherwise it's an instant ick and you're out. Yes, romance is great, having somebody is great and all, but when you crave a certain treatment and you end up giving it to yourself, you even start becoming comfortable receiving such treatment. Because if I never do something for myself, I will not feel so comfortable expecting a stranger to do it for me. It just doesn't feel comfortable. And remember, you always manifest what you truly believe you deserve. And if you truly believed you deserved them, you wouldn't have waited for someone else to give it to you, because you know you deserve it, so you're gonna get it no matter what. If you want solo dating ideas, I have an entire video on that and you can check it out over here. Second, I want you to pick some weekly classes, some hobbies, I don't care what it is in your growth era, girl, and I want you to join something that teaches you something, that adds some sort of value to your life. It can be making a pre-existing hobby better, starting something that you wanted to do as a child, or learning something new from scratch. Hobbies and learning new things gives your brain the excitement and newness that prevents you from dating simply out of boredom. Plus, the more you learn, the more confident you become, the more easy it is for you to enter new rooms and be that girl. Take it from somebody who's tried it firsthand and seen her own it girl energy rising. Third, I want you to join a community or make it a priority to spend time with your friends. The right friendships can make you feel so understood and so empowered. A lot of times we crave relationships simply because we don't want to feel lonely, and a good outing with your girls will not only make you feel less alone, but also make you feel so calm, so happy, so understood. And well, not alone. Lastly, I want you to change what you see around you. Click uninterested on all the relationship reels and TikToks, and interested on anything that makes you feel empowered in your independence. Watch more movies that are inspiring, that are about people doing certain things in their life and not just trying to find love. Read lesser romance books. As much as I love a good rom-com, it can subconsciously make you crave that intimacy, make you crave that love, make you think that chasing is okay, make you think that you can fix him. Because like I said, it is natural to want that kind of relationship in your life. So for now, be extra careful with what content you consume. And this is gonna be even more helpful to those who have a tendency to date guy after guy. It might feel a lot in the moment, but you will see the difference. Alright, that brings us to the end of this video. Let me know down in the comment box below what you liked most about this video. If there's anything you'd want me to talk about in the next video. And as always, I appreciate you and I'll see you in the next one.